These videos are not financial advice. Hello everyone, welcome back to another trading session. I just found my first trade. Alright, before we jump into today's trading session, just a quick heads up. For those who have been asking me every single day about the Christmas mentorship discount, it is officially live now. The spots are already more than half full, and I want to be very clear that this offer will not be extended. Also, I'm currently recording a brand new series called Do Not Skip the Leg Day in Trading, which is a very interesting series. And it's not a surface level content. It's broken down into multiple plus 1 hour parts, going deep into the boring but critical aspects that actually separates consistency from luck, regular traders from mega traders. That full series will be a Christmas gift only for those who join through this Christmas offer and no one else. One important thing, there's only one official Telegram channel for information and sign-ups. The link is in the description of this video and also pinned in the comments. Make sure you use those direct links to join. Alright, let's keep going with the video. I will explain. Well, this is the first trade. As you can see, we have an overlapping level right here. And that's not the only reason, of course. We have a significant breakout. Then we touched something inside this. And now we have a correction, and now we're going to move up and create this leg here as well. That's based on the market's movement. Also, this is a decision point for this breakout, right? This can be a QM and a common point of rejection. So I mixed all the reasons to take this trade. Okay, so let's dive even deeper. Look, this is the overlapping level. Let me just mark it. So if you zoom in inside this overlap, because this is not a simple overlap, right? This overlap is causing something, causing breakout. Where this spike is coming from? It's coming from somewhere down here, right? It created this QM as well. So if I go to higher time frame, first of all, I see the engulf, right? And then if I go to lower time frame, you'll still see the complications right on this overlap. So finally, on 10-second time frame, you can see a fresh demand zone right before the overlapping level. Okay, so this would be the entry, but we do not trust all the overlaps like this. We have other reasons. The market's movement is so important. For example, instead of this movement, you can see the market movement was this kind of movement, and then breakout of this range coming back, and again, so this is a fake out. So this was the movement of the market in lower time frame. If instead of this movement, we could have this movement, this entry would not be valid because we could have a small reaction like this and then drop again. So the movement of the market approaching your setup is super important. In this case, we have a correction type of movement. This is a correction. This is the spike. This is the correction. We may have a fake out again. And then normally market should create another leg like this, right? But that's not what we want. We want to catch the perfect entry on a point of interest for buyers. Now, if I mark my common point, oh shit, what is this? Man. All right, if I mark the common point of rejection here, you'll see inside this little correction type of market, which is this one, we see a lot of rejection from downside. So once this candle started to form, first of all, we have red-green pattern. So we already know there's a high chance for giving us a green candle. But the question is, should I enter right now, immediately, once the candle opened? No, we wait for perfect entry. We already marked the entry down here. This green zone is my entry, right? Below the overlap. You could also consider this as a QM, but I didn't consider that as a QM. I will tell you why. So listen carefully. So I found my common point of rejection. This is entry based on the common point of rejection. Okay. We already have the chance that to give to get the green candle. So this is the second reason. Now, we have lower time frame entry for the decision point, third, right? We have QM looking setup, fourth, okay? So now, why do I say we cannot consider this as a QM even though it worked? Let me mark the QM zone. Oh shit, let me get this one. So I marked this as a QM zone, right? You all know that what QM is. If you don't know what QM is, you have to watch the video, which is of course on the channel about the QM. Yeah, this is the QM. For QM, we go to a 3-minute time frame to check the engulf. So this is the QM we marked. Where's the engulf? You see the engulf right here, right? But the zone we marked is way outside. It's way off the engulf. So if the zone was somewhere here, it would be valid. But now the zone is outside, so it's not valid for QM. So we cannot consider this a QM, even though we do have lower time frame entry for this QM. Let me mark it. It doesn't let me draw more than 15. So I would use this one. So this is the entry for the QM, right? So let's go to 1 minute, see how it reacted from the QM. Okay, so it worked, but it could just drop like crazy because this is not a valid QM and I didn't consider this as a QM. So yeah, some people may say, what about this one? This one also looks like a QM. If this is a QM, right? This one also looks like a QM, right? This is a bigger QM. This is basically a double QM, but unfortunately we don't have, like for this one, we don't even have engulf. So yeah, this is a double QM, but you should be very careful taking this. What else do we have here? We could have another decision point. See, this rejection is coming from somewhere inside this little thing. And of course, market touched this one. It corrected itself. And now it's trying to prepare itself to create another leg for this, right? Yeah, so that was my first trade. Let's move on to the next trade. Alright, see this beautiful doji right here, but it could just, it could disrespect the setup, so I wouldn't take this doji trade even though it worked most of the times. This one, it worked, and this one, it worked. It could be a swing doji. This one worked. This one was safer because it's breaking 2 dojis, right? So this one could be safer, but yeah, I would not take this trade. See, this is the movement of the market. It created another QM. Let's check the 3-minute time frame. No, we don't see engulf. So yeah, I know that the market is bullish now, but I don't see a setup for taking a buy. As I'm looking for a new trade, I would like to do the last announcements for the Christmas offer for mentorship intake. There's one difference, that in this Christmas, students who join in this offer also get a bonus content, which is the Don't Skip the Leg Day in Trading series. More details in the Telegram channel. Wait, I actually want to take this. Oh no, I missed the chance. I missed the chance. This was a double doji. Yeah. Wait. No. Okay, I'm looking at buy. I'm looking for a buy right now on this pair. Oh shit, this one is already used. I have an entry right down here, so let me just observe this movement. We got gap up in the favor of sellers. We got this demand. Now I'm looking for this entry right here. So I'm gonna enter. Give me the entry. Come on. If it gives me the entry, I'll take this. But the zone is pretty big. I can't have multiple entries on this one. Oh shit, no, it didn't give me the entry. Damn, bro. This was a good one. He rejected this exactly from the demand. I was looking for lower time frame entry for this. This is another decision point, right? Decision point for this breakout. And what makes this super strong is the doji right at the middle. Usually in ranges like this, doji right at the middle makes it very strong. Now, it didn't give me the chance to take this trade. It was a very nice opportunity. Yeah. See? This is the trade that we took because of this overlapping level. And this is another leg that I was talking about that it will create. A fake out again. And then normally market should create another leg like, okay, correction, exhaustion. See, you know, this is called spike, spike, correction, exhaustion, and now the market's normal movement. These are the phases of market. Now we do have some kind of area exactly right here. If market comes down, it will react. I'm kind of also looking for this third touch breakout, but I'm a little bit scared to take this. I want it to close right here, and then I will take my entry right inside this demand. Okay, right inside this demand. It closed already. It's going up. I don't want this. This is a third touch breakout. It's also breaking the doji, so that's why it's just going up strongly. But we have gap up, so I cannot trust this. I could not trust this. I'm sorry. It will go up, but I don't care because I cannot trust that kind of gap. And I would love the market to come to my entry down here. Right. The market decided to do not give me the entry even though I see the beautiful setups. It's just annoying. Yeah, see? This was the decision point, same as this one I marked for you. And this is the reaction. I guess I missed this one as well. It's just pissing me off right now. And I see all the setups and I'm not able to take them. This is crazy. And people will say, set alarms. Alright. Yeah, this was the entry for this trade. See, this is a decision point. If I mark the previous one, this one we took it. Now we could take this one as well. Lower time frame entry, right? Lower time frame entry here. In 30 seconds, this one. But the previous one which we took was this one. But in this one, we could also have the common point of rejection. But for this one, we don't have common point of rejection. Right? You know, we have a common point of rejection right here, but you know why it's kind of risky? Let me take it. Let me just take it. Let me take this motherfucker. I know that that's risky, but I took it. That's crazy, right? Because I'm pissed. You know why it's risky? Because it's coming from a bullish direction. You can judge me and say, why did you take this? Even though knowing risky, because, you know, the frustration is real. I observed maybe 10 beautiful setups and market didn't give me the entry. So this is called frustration. And I'm sure that this will happen for 99.9% of you and traders, even pro traders. This just happens. We cannot do anything about it, right? Yeah, that's called frustration. Now, why this is wrong to take this? Because you see that the market is coming from a strong area. This is, you know, we have fair value gaps right here. we have built a liquid, I don't know, it has different names, but this is called some kind of liquidation wall. The market comes to close and then rejects, comes close and then rejects, close to this demand zone, right? And once it touch it, it really depends on the market's movement. If this is ranging like this or in a correction way, it will react. Once it reacts, you know that the market is bullish now, because all the people who have been waiting for enter here, now their orders will be touched and will be activated. So it will have a jump to upside. Now, our trade on this one was exactly opposite of this movement. That's why we lost it. That's fine. Not really. And this was the third touch breakout, which I didn't take because gap up. And I was not happy with the movement of the chart. This is the reality of trading, guys. Sometimes it's really annoying. Sometimes the connection is trying to mess with you. Come on. Yeah, so yeah, I fixed. Let me change the connection real quick.
2,000 years later.
Alright, now it should work. Let's move on. Have a huge gap up. Let me take this. And now I'm expecting a rejection, like a crazy rejection, because the entry is exactly on a point that the market created overlap previously. If you look to the left, right? And this is a crazy gap crossing the round number with 3 zeros. Also, a third touch breakout. Let's see. Nice, that was a winning trade. My entry was beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. Entry was beautiful. So let's explain this one. This is a third touch breakout, right? Third touch breakout. It happened, the breakout happened on this candle. The next candle started with a crazy gap up, crossing the round number. The numbers with zeros, multiple zeros, are round numbers. If there's 3 zeros, it's the strongest one, or maybe 4 zeros, right? So it's crossing that round number. It's making third touch breakout. Also, the entry is exactly on the overlap. Look, it's crossing also the overlap, so it should retrace the overlap, right? So if I was entering immediately on this one, it would be a losing trade. I should admit that the market on this one gave me the best possible entry, because if you look, what is this? This is a common point of rejection, right? So common point of rejection combined with all of this to get the best possible entry. Okay, this would be the entry for this one. Now, most people will take the entry maybe on this candle or maybe on this candle, and they would lose. So that's what Confluence really changed the game. Maybe if 2 different traders would take this trade, one of them would be loser, one of them would be winner, just because of that, simply caring about the entry, caring about combining different reasons to take your trade. Okay, this market, today's market was very good. I'm not trying to complain, but yeah, the lesson for today was, no matter how good market is, if your frustration hits, if you cannot really catch up those beautiful setups, you may even lose. Okay, this is the weirdness about trading. If everything is still perfect, if everything is perfect, you can still lose. So this is a very hard job to make easy money. Thank you for watching, everyone. We took like 5 trades, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Peace out.